Hi everyone, welcome to our playoff preview episode. There's already been a couple playoff games, but we'll still do a prediction for each series. I want to start off the podcast by saying I was right. I called the North Division um, the playoff teams. So just for the record, I don't know if you guys want to congratulate me or not. It's up to you guys.
No, we don't.
Nah, we're good.
All right, cool. Well, you guys are gonna congratulate me when I get all these playoff predictions right. Okay, so how about we just go round by round? Well, like I said, don't let the the game from last night and the Pittsburgh game right now. Wait, what's the score in the Pittsburgh game right now?
It's 3-3 halfway through the first overtime period right now.
Okay. How about nobody? Okay, we're actually doing that prediction first. So let's make that prediction before the game ends. Okay. So Nadim, we'll start with you. I have a feeling I know who you're gonna pick for this one.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Pens in. I'm gonna say 6 games. They've been good this year. They've been good this year, especially like down the stretch, last few games. I will say I was wrong about the Jeff Carter thing. He's been pretty good for them since he came in. Add some depth. Malkin is out right now, but I think he's close to returning, so that'll definitely be a factor as well. But yeah, they've been playing well. The only question mark for me is like goaltending because they have those 2 young guys, Jari and DeSmith, and I think DeSmith is injured right now too. So goaltending would be the question mark, but yeah, Pens and 6 for me.
Of course you're gonna pick Pens, man. You probably have Pens and Leafs
That's
finals.
why you started with. I actually do in our bracket. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dude, in our bracket, I put Leafs and Bruins just because you gotta exercise the
just for
demons
fun.
at some point, man. You gotta exercise.
That's-
Actually, so
Spoilers.
I have
That's max
Toronto.
chaos.
I have Toronto Pittsburgh as the semifinal matchup because I think I don't know. Anyway, who's next?
Okay, Danigan, let's hear your pick for that first round.
All right, I went to Pittsburgh in 5.
Ooh,
Crosby and Malkin. Nothing much else to say. And
this guy
then
knows what he's talking about.
exactly. Islanders. They got some good defense and goaltending, but I think Crosby and Malkin will figure it out. So yeah, Pittsburgh in 5.
Hopefully Malkin's okay though, like with that injury and everything. But yeah, like I was saying, we shouldn't let the game influence us. But Pittsburgh looked nice still without despite like him not obviously being fully healthy or whatever. All right, just Karan, let's hear what you got to say.
I got Pens in 7. I think it's going to 7 because goaltending. I think Varlamov is going to be back and he's going to be excellent. Right now it's 2-3-3. Sorokin's in net, I think. Right, Nadim? I think Sorokin's in net.
Yeah, Varlamov is injured right now.
So Varlamov makes a difference. If Varlamov comes up big, then Dallas can take it. Yeah, because Jari, I've seen the goals. They're not good. They're stoppable, especially the last Brock Nelson goal. That was stoppable. Sorry for any spoilers, but yeah, but like I'm basing it off that game. Because Jari's not been good this game 1. Also they have Cody CC the goal, so you gotta respect Cody CC at one point. He's been
Cody
really good this
CC,
year.
the second Norris candidate.
Yeah, he's actually been pretty decent this year. He's Norris kind of defense. I'm checking.
Dubas was right, bro. Remember Dubas last season? Like no, like
He's like, what's
Cody
up, friend?
CC
I'm
is
on
an
Cody
analytical
CC.
in our internal analytics.
Yeah,
This guy is
Babcock just
amazing.
ruined him, I guess.
Very true. He's doing very true. So both the Norris candidates are like, are not doing really well. So
Fair enough. Fair
former
enough.
Leafs turning into
Well, that means
Okay.
Kapanen's gonna have a big series too, I guess.
Kapanen already scored a clutch goal. He
Yeah,
scored.
he scored the game tying goal with like 3 or 4 minutes left in the period.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
So Jari.
This guy couldn't put up a single point against Columbus.
Yeah, his shot sucked when he was with us. Like he could never score. Now he's sniping pucks past the Islanders.
Dude, and then
goalie,
there's
so.
freaking Barabanov going off with San Jose. Like, what
Yeah,
is
he has like 7 points in 8 games or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like here's my question: if we trade these guys away, they go off, and we bring them back to the Leafs, will they continue to be good, or will they go
No,
progress back
they
to
would
their?
go back to wherever they were before, if not
Yeah,
worse.
Okay,
yeah,
fair.
yeah, yeah.
So are you saying Matthews has a whole nother gear?
Yeah, just
Oh man,
watch when he goes to Arizona. He'll put up like 70 goals in a season.
oh man, oh man. Okay.
He already has
Anyway,
67, 60 or some shit over the last 82 games.
that's crazy, man. That's so crazy. All right, Harmon, let's get back on track. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna say Pittsburgh in six because obviously Crosby, Malkin, and I'm pretty sure Chris Tang is playing if I'm not correct. Uh, yeah, and
The
they're gonna
Tang is
be
a Leaf top 10 defenseman.
yeah, of course, So like they're a big powerhouse, but with the Islanders, you never know, like I'm like last playoffs they went off, so like they could come back. So I'm saying Pittsburgh in six, and I feel like the Islanders have a strong team to where they can just um they could like um surprise us and just be like an underrated team in the playoffs.
All right, Nadim, especially, you're gonna hate me for this.
Oh, I knew this was coming. Like everybody's picking Penguins, you're obviously gonna pick the
Hey,
Islanders.
I'm following the bracket I made on Friday. Okay, so it's not like I'm just
Uh,
pulling this out of my ass. Like I have that bracket
sure,
in front of me, and I'm sticking to
sure,
it.
sure.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say
it's
Isles in
fine. You're gonna
seven.
end up losing because you picked all the wrong teams. But anyway,
Hey, buddy, I made the most right predictions on this podcast all year long. Okay,
for like
so
one topic,
hey, I called Nick Foligno too. Don't forget
how
it.
long are you gonna ride this for?
I'm gonna ride it until I fail.
All right, that's fair, I guess.
Okay, Isles in seven. I feel like the Isles are such a like smothering team. You guys all listen to the Steve Dangle podcast, and they say it perfectly. Like, they're like a boa constrictor, right? And especially if you guys say the goaltending doesn't work out for Pittsburgh, I don't see how Pittsburgh can outscore their way out of like New York's like smothering defense, right? Because at this point, if their goaltending's not there, the Islanders can get their goals, which they have goal scorers. They got Matthew Barzell. They got like trade deadline acquisition Kyle Palmieri, who scored the first goal today, and they got great goaltending, right? So I think the key is what you guys mentioned already, the goaltending. If Pittsburgh does have good goaltending, I give them the series, but I don't think they can do it. But it will go to seven, and I think Islanders are going to push past that.
Can we talk about how Leo Komar's on the first line and Palmer's on the third line? It makes no sense.
I don't know.
Komarov's on the first line, bro.
No,
Yeah,
Barzal
Leo,
and
man.
Bernier.
bro.
Yeah, Barzal's
How
winger
does
is Leo Komarov.
How does Kyle Palmieri have a full beard after not shaving? Like he literally started growing his beard like 3 days ago, and he's a full beard now.
They'll do all that?
He, I
It's
think he
called
lets
being a
them do it
hockey
for
man,
the.
Balraj.
He lets them do it for the playoffs, man. Hey
He's a
Nadim, you
true
don't even
hockey
have a
man.
beard.
I do
Oh
have a
shit,
beard.
come on.
I
Oh,
do
no.
have a beard, actually.
How about we all grow out a playoff beard? Let's do that.
I've already started.
Okay, but let's all grow out a playoff beard, and let's hope it grows as long as Joe Thornton's by the end of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, it's official then. We're all growing playoff beards. All right, let's move on to the next series. Uh, also, guys, I know these guys already know, but we have a little Google Docs for this, and I took the courtesy to put the acronyms the same way legend Elliot Friedman does. So just throw these guys off a little bit. So WCP versus BBR. Nadim, what's your prediction?
What the fuck is up with you thing?
Who the hell are those teams?
Dude, come on, it's obvious. The Washington Capitals versus the Boston Bruins.
This guy
I just want to tell everyone that we're not actually using Bollard's Google Docs. He may be using the Google Docs, but
Yeah,
we're
I
not.
have no intention of
This
using
guy,
that.
no, this guy putting this for Islanders. That makes no sense.
New York Islanders, come on, man.
All right, so I'm taking Washington in 7 in this one. To be honest, I don't really know why, but it's gonna be really close. To me, this is probably gonna be the closest series. So I do think it's going 7 games no matter who wins, but I give the edge to Washington in this one.
Yeah, to me, I feel like this is probably one of two like toss-up series. Maybe three. I feel like there's only three like toss-up series, and this is one of them. So I feel like it could go either way. Then Negan, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Like it's a toss up. I went with Boston in 7, just because I want to see Boston make it to the Final Four, and then hopefully Tampa or Toronto or Colorado slaps them. Um, but yeah, so I'm looking at
You
the
want to
stats
see
for
them
this.
go forward just to get slapped by a random team?
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
can't Washington just slap them?
Yeah, why not just predict them getting swept in
Tom
the first
Wilson,
round?
man.
I don't
Tom
get
Wilson.
Yo,
Okay.
I just
did you
want to
guys?
say
Did you
Tom
guys?
Wilson had a goal and an assist in the first game. That's
Dude, he's
And a
crazy.
game
elite.
winning
He's
goal
just a
assist.
dumbass.
Yo, but like to be honest, he's the type of player you'd love on your team, but you hate on every other team, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
that's
also
true.
shouldn't even be playing right now. Like he should have been suspended for at least
Yeah,
one playoff game.
Yeah,
that's good.
But
Did you
anyway,
guys see all the Bruins fans complaining about like Chara?
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
No, what they
that's
say?
That's hilarious. That's actually
Bro,
hilarious.
they're like
I love
complaining
that.
like, oh, this Chara's play should have been a penalty, and we're like, bro, this is what we've been saying for
This is
like
what he's
4
been doing his
years.
entire career. Like he's
Like
one of the
holy,
dirtiest
like
players in the league. He just gets away with everything.
yeah. Remember sucker punch on Tavares? That was pretty funny. But
Dude,
Yeah,
I remember
it-
too much from Chara, man.
yeah,
Too
me
much.
too. The haunting memories.
I'm
It's
I'm
it's
really
just
glad he's
nice.
out of our division for this year
Yeah,
and next year.
it's nice that these guys got to deal with it now, though.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's
Okay.
really funny.
I just want to throw out one more thing. In the regular season, Washington and Boston were dead tied as well, like 4 wins each. So it's hard to tell who's going to win.
Yeah, it really is a coin flip.
On that note, Discordant, what's your prediction on this coin flip?
That's hard. I'm gonna give it a Caps in 7. Um, that's cause that just cause home ice advantage for the Washington Capitals. Just cause that reason, that only reason why. Cause last night, I know you can't shut down you want to call it the perfection line, which is a fucking stupid thing. They're not always perfect, but that's what the commentators call it, perfection line. Don't know why, but that's what it got. Yeah, but they were able to shut them down. I think it was the check. Who was the checking it last night? I didn't get to watch the game, but they did a really good job of it. Um, so yeah, that's the only way home ice advantage, and they didn't have Kuznetsov or Samsonov, and Craig Anderson got a first playoff victory since 2017, and yeah, that's that was interesting last night. So I gotta pick Caps in 7 just because of home ice advantage. Last line change as well.
Yeah, that's true. Harmon, what do you think?
Um, as much as I hate the Bruins, I'm gonna say Boston in 7, just because I think this is gonna be a very, like as you said, it's gonna be a toss-up series, so it's gonna be like a very great battle between like two good teams, and then they have like this offensive power going both ways with Taylor Hall, added to the Bruins. So like I like to see him score more goals and stuff, even though I don't like the team he's playing on. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very tough series between both teams. So it's going to be a long battle, and it's going to go right to the end, then game 7. So yeah.
So all you guys put Game 7. But I gotta agree with the Negan and Harmon. Sorry, that the Bruins are gonna win, but I'm gonna say Bruins in 6. I don't know, man. Like I feel like the Capitals do have some health issues too. Like I think Ovechkin's dealing with his back. Oshie's a little bit hurt. And I just feel like the Bruins are like we know what the Bruins are like in the playoffs, man. There's something else in the playoffs, and if any team is like built for the playoffs, I think it's the Bruins out of the whole NHL. Like
You're
they
actually
have a whole
wrong.
different level.
Didn't you know the Montreal Canadiens are specifically built for the playoffs and they're a
Oh, I
leaf killing
forgot.
machine?
I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot. I
yeah. So
forgot.
you're
I forgot what
actually
a
dead wrong on
genius.
that.
I forgot what a genius Mark Bergevin was. I
Yeah,
apologize.
he is a
He's a
god amongst men.
He
And
is
so
the
is
king of fleecing.
Caulfield, and
Oh
so
yeah,
is Carey Price, even though he's washed up and hasn't had a good season in 5 years.
even though Carey Price hasn't played in a month, he's gonna come
Yeah,
in and put up a 970 save percentage,
exactly.
right?
Carey Price is still the X factor in this series.
And Cole Caulfield is gonna have 4 game-winning goals
Yeah.
every single game that the Habs win. I know
By the
Jaskar's
way,
getting anxious.
little news update: the Islanders just won in overtime.
Oh, see, I told you guys that's the first out of 4 for the Isles. Book it,
Shut way too early, way too early.
book
Kyle
it. Right,
Palmieri
just
in
write the
overtime.
books. Cal Palmieri,
Palmieri?
it's the
Yeah,
beard, man. It's the beard. This guy got
2
his
goals
beard back and
today,
he
I
scored
think.
2 goals. It's the beard,
The beard,
playoff
the
beard.
beard, the magic wand, or you want to call it. The magic.
Okay, let's move on to the Central Division. Again, CHU versus NPR. Nadim, go ahead.
So yeah, this is an interesting series because Chu, you never really know what Chu's gonna do. Um, who's Chu?
Dude, the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh, come on, it's obvious.
That's ridiculous. Okay, so Chu versus what were the other team? Nashville. But what's your acronym for it?
NPR.
NPR.
Okay, Chu versus NPR. This has to be a Hurricanes win. This would be like a huge upset. To me, this is the most lopsided series in the playoffs. So I'm taking Carolina in like 5 games, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it was a sweep. They won in 4.
So for the record, is it 5 or 4?
It's 5 games, my official prediction, but I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised by a sweep. If there's going to be a sweep for any series, it's this one.
Okay. So we got Canes in 5 for Nadim. Danigan, who do you think between Chu and NPR?
Yeah, I got Canes in 4. Easy sweep. Yeah, Preds, I don't know, man. I don't think they should be in the playoffs. So Carolina is like a top team. Honestly, I think Carolina makes it far this season. Aho and Svechnikov are so underrated. And then they got a ton of depth.
Isn't that what we
What?
say every year about Carolina? This is Carolina's
Yeah,
year.
but
This is Carolina's year.
one of these
They
years it's
have
gonna be
looked
right.
different this year, though. They have looked better this year.
It's because of Jake Gardner.
100%.
Oh yeah. He's the third Norris candidate actually. Number 1 is Barry.
Leafs
then it's
legend.
CC.
Leafs,
Gardner, man.
Leafs
Excellent
legend.
defenseman.
Jake.
Bro, exactly. As long as the Canes don't go to Game 7, Jake Gardner will lead them all the way. Okay, just Karan, what's your prediction?
I know that I'm gonna get hate for this, but I'm gonna go Canes in 6. Just cause of the the last 2 games that they played, Nashville looked really good and Carolina looked flat, and Nashville going into the playoffs in a hot streak. Like I remember back in 2019, I think it was when thing got swept, Lightning got swept. The the Lightning were playing meaningless games, but yeah, the Columbus Blue Jackets playing playing playoff hockey, right? Because they need to get into playoffs. And while Carolina playing meaningless games, Nashville trying to shut the door behind them on Dallas, and they did that like with 2 games left, and now they're in the playoffs. So no playoff hockey is what it is. But I'm going Kings in 6 just because the previous years we mentioned that I mentioned that the Nashville Predators going on far in the playoffs.
Harmon, what do you think?
So in my bracket, NHL bracket, I had same thing as Nadim. So I put in Carolina is gonna win in five games because I think this is a very like a one sided series, and I know like Carolina's a powerhouse just because like they've always been that playoff team. So they've always been like that well balanced playoff team with like they have like nice goaltending, good defense and good offense. So I'm pretty sure this is just gonna be Carolina's series, and yeah.
Yeah, I think I gotta agree. This will be probably our first, maybe our last unanimous decision. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-4. I think it's gonna be a sweep. Um, yeah, like you guys said, like you guys made all the points. Carolina's a powerhouse. Um, Nashville was like ready to sell half their players at trade deadline. The only thing that concerns me though is there's always one Cinderella team in the playoffs. Always that one team that's not supposed to be there that goes on a run, and it could be Nashville, right? But I'm pretty confident. I think Kane's got the defense. They have like, I swear to God, they have like 8 or 9 like top 4 defensemen on their team. They got the forwards now, and they've gotten good goaltending this season. So I think it's going to be Canes in 4. All right, the next division, the next series in the Central. I think this is going to be one of the most interesting series. This is the first time the two Florida teams have ever played each other. FPA versus TLN. What do you think, Nadim?
Yeah, this is a crazy one. I think this is going to be a really, really good series. I'm taking Tampa in 6 games, just because Tampa on paper, when they're healthy, is still they're still the best team, if not like maybe like top 3, but in the league. So I'm taking Tampa in 6, but I do think it's going to be a really good, really close series. Is Ekblad still out? He is, right?
Yeah, he's out. Like I feel like if he
Yeah.
was in,
So that's
it would change
yeah.
everything. But
I think it really does. If he's in, I think it's a different series, and Florida has a lot better chance. But yeah, as it sits with Kucherov, Stamkos coming back, and Tampa being Tampa, we know they're not really chokers anymore per se. They got it done last year, so Tampa in 6.
then again, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think it's bullshit that Kucherov and Stamkos can come back like that. But I'll let Jaskran do a rant on that. I have Tampa in 5, mostly because Florida is missing Ekblad, and you need like a top defenseman in the playoffs to go far. Their top 6 has been insane the past few weeks. I forgot the Leafs player Verhage. That guy's been
Yeah,
on a
Leafs
roll.
legend Carter
Yeah, and then
Verhaeghe.
they had Marchment on their first line as well for a bit.
Dude, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, but like Florida has Sam Bennett, Duclair, and Huberto on one line, and that line's been amazing so far. But I don't think you can do much when Kucherov and Stamkos come back.
yeah, that
I'm back, by
Kucherov
the
thing
way.
is bullshit. Okay, just Karan, you came back just in time for your pick.
Um, I got Lightning in 7.
Lightning, or do you mean TLN?
Yeah, TLN, same shit. I got the Tulin in 7. Don't call them that Tulin. Yeah, I got Lightning in 7 just because of playoff experience. Kucherov and Stamkos are coming back. You never know how Kucherov's gonna do because he's been out the whole season. The conditioning might need to get better as the series goes on, but for sure, that he's gonna score some big goals for them, and Stamkos as well. I guess I was wrong that they're replacing this cap system, but even though they're still doing it, makes no sense. He magically comes back for game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs in the quarterfinals. Makes no sense to me. Um, yeah, and they got the goalie too. It's gonna be It's gonna be the battle of 2 Russian goalies, Vasilevsky and Bobrovsky. So,
Is
but
Bobrovsky starting, or is it going to be Drieger?
yeah, Bob's starting game 1.
Really? I thought Drieger was better this year.
It's Spencer Knight by the backup. Drigger's the number 3, I think.
They got three. They got 3 number 1s, man. It's bullshit.
Yeah, but Bobrovsky's not even number 1 anymore. Come on, paying 10.5 when he can barely make a save.
So why are they
And
starting him if he's like not the best? He's like the 3rd best goalie on the team,
because he's making 10.5 million, you gotta start the goalie, right?
I guess.
Right? And then you've got Ekblad, the number one defenseman who's out for the rest of the season because of awkward leg injury went into the boards. So the Panthers missing number one defenseman, but Mackenzie Weegar's been stepping up. I was hoping Leafs could got him in the off season. I remember there's a rumor that saying Andres Johnston, Travis Dermott for Mackenzie Weegar. They should have done it, but it is what it is. What can you do, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take Lightning in 7 because playoff experience, but you never know about Joel Quenneville about Lightning in 7.
Harmon, what's your prediction for this one?
Mine is actually the same as Jaskran's. I'm saying Lightning in 7. I had that in my bracket as well. Uh, the reason being is because Tampa Bay has always been, that team, like the next to the Bruins, like they're always like a playoff team, right? And now that they're getting like two of their star players back, like they're obviously gonna be like, a threat to everybody, and they're just um they're just like a whole different beast. And I feel like Tampa Bay, like as much as Florida has been, um, been that like team where like they came out of nowhere and they just started dominating. I feel like Tampa Bay has more advantage, especially because they have better goaltending. As you can say, Vasilevsky obviously is way better, and yeah, they have a better offensive group as well. So I'm gonna say Tampa Bay in 7.
Yeah, so it looks like we have our second unanimous prediction. It's weird. Both the Central series, we all picked the same team, but it's just it sucks because I feel like this series should be a lot closer. I think I'm pretty sure Florida dominated Tampa like during the year and like the last couple games they played against each other too. But I think 7 games straight with Kucherov and Stamkos both coming back and without Ekblad, it's so hard to bet against
Yeah.
the Panthers. But at the same time, I don't think it's clear cut. Like I think we all voted Tampa, but I think it could go either way. Cause
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Florida win. I mean, I personally
yeah,
would rather Florida win. I think it'd be nice to see them win a series.
like yeah,
But yeah,
exactly. Like I don't think it'll be a huge upset if Florida wins, but it's hard to
Yeah.
bet against like a Stanley Cup winner, you know?
yeah,
You guys
exactly.
see you guys see Palmieri overtime winner? Jari
No,
could have had
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
see
was
the
watching
goal.
it.
Jari, no, it's not. I'm not the highlight. It was Jari could have had that. It's a perfect shot, but Jari could have had that.
See, Jari's been bad, man. The Isles are gonna
Yeah,
win it.
man.
The Isles are gonna win it. Okay. Let's move on to the West Division. This is honestly one of the most interesting divisions to me. This and the East, I feel like are both very interesting. So for the first matchup in the West that we're gonna predict, it's gonna be Cav versus Sybil. Nadim.
All right. I am taking Colorado in 5 games on this one. Um, they're just too good. President's Trophy winners. Like, I think the only question mark is their goaltending. But I honestly think that the team in front of the goalie is just really, really good. And we know McKinnon always has another gear in playoffs. He has been the best playoff performer in the last few years, like by far, in my opinion. So yeah, Colorado in 5.
Yeah, the Avs are a complete powerhouse this year. Then go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was too easy to say Avs in 4, so I just picked a random number for this one. Avs in 6. There's too much firepower on Colorado. I think St. Louis somehow manages to pull um, a few wins off. Like Baller was just mentioning, there's always like a Cinderella story. I think this series is not going to be a Cinderella story, but I think St. Louis is going to pull off those few fluky wins. But yeah, Avs in 6.
Yeah, like I said before, that the Blues are also past playoff winner too, right? But in this case, you gotta bet against them. Just guard.
I was gonna go with the upset, but the Colorado defense is too stacked. McCarr's been really great this season. Like Nadim said, or It was Nadim, I think, said. McKinnon has another gear in the playoffs. Yeah, I'm gonna go Avs in like 6 at Tanigan. Cause just cause of like like the stacked ass line like Landeskog, McKinnon, Ranson. I think O'Reilly can get the match up there, and also the Blues have been struggling with COVID. They just got COVID again before the playoffs again because Perron just went on COVID-19 protocol there. So yeah, I got Avs in 6.
Okay, Harmon, what's your thoughts?
Mine is just similar. I have Colorado in 6. Just because they're just completely like stacked. Offensively, defensively, goaltending is pretty good too as well. And like they're not gonna be able to stop that like the offensive group, even with Nathan McKinnon, one of the best players in the league, top 3 in my opinion. But yeah, Colorado in 6.
Okay, I gotta say Colorado too. Man, we're all taking the easy, boring picks right now. No one's going for the hot takes. But yeah, I feel like you guys said it. Colorado's amazing. I think I have them in 5 on my bracket. Let me double check. Yeah, so I got Avs in 5. Not much more to say on that one. All right, Nadim.
I
Yeah,
never knew the Cleveland Cavaliers were playing hockey, yo. The Cav, what
the
the
cat,
hell?
not the Cavs. The Cav, singular,
Cav,
not
same thing,
plural.
Cav.
Singular, not
Yeah,
plural.
Cleveland
You see what
Cavaliers.
kind of issues you're causing here?
It's one Cav, not multiple. All right,
Same thing.
Nadim. Vigo versus Mui.
Um, yeah, this is another pretty easy one in my opinion. I'm taking Vegas also in 5 games. I mean, I'm, like I think most people think the Stanley Cup winner is coming from this division, and it's just gonna be basically decided in the second round when Vegas play each other. So taking Vegas in 5, uh, and yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. Fleury's been great. They have another solid goalie behind him just in case anything happens. Super deep team, and yeah, that's about it.
Danigan, what do you think?
Honestly, I think this is more. It's closer than what Nidem mentioned. I think it's gonna be a toss up, to be honest, because Kaprizov has been insane, man. Like watching that guy play, he's literally like another Panarin. Um, Obviously, like Minnesota is gonna need more than just Kaprizov to beat Vegas. I was debating Vegas in 6 or 7, but I settled on 6.
So Vegas in 6.
Yeah, but I think
All right.
like it's not gonna be easy sweep for Vegas.
Yeah. Okay. Just Karan, your turn. What do you guys gotta throw out a hot take
I'm
here? Come
gonna
on.
yeah, it's me hot take. I'm going Mui in 7. Gut feeling. Mui in 7.
Okay. Finally, somebody. What's your reasoning?
Kaprizov. It's a gut feeling, man. I can do something different. So I'm going to Mui in 7.
All
What
right.
were you
Well,
saying?
that's the thing, right? I feel like this year is weird. I feel like it's so hard to
One,
predict an upset this year. I don't know why.
yeah, one team gotta do something. Right? It's not gonna be like, yo, hopefully it's not the Leafs and
Like
Habs,
this
but
could be the
Hey,
Cinderella story run.
no, the Islanders are gonna be the upset.
what you say, the Islanders?
The Islanders.
Islanders.
Dude, I'm getting mixed up by these acronyms, man.
You're confusing yourself. The movie. I'm
Man's
going movie.
confusing himself now. What a guy.
Movie.
Literally, man, literally. Okay, Harmon, what's your prediction?
This one's gonna be no debate. I'm gonna say Vegas in 5, just because goaltending is straight up, one word. Because they have two, like they probably have the best goaltending tandem in the whole league. So obviously, that's gonna win you games, and plus they're gonna be confident, even if Flurry goes down. They have Leonard to take his spot. So obviously, and their team is pretty good as well, like the forward group as well. So no doubt Vegas in five.
Can we just put
Yeah.
some respect on Jack Campbell and Frederick Anderson though? It's a pretty good tandem, guys. I don't know. NHL league record holder Jack Campbell.
I think Anderson carries that tandem though.
Well, that's what I mean. You got one guy making NHL history, and then you got another guy that might be better than him. So, solid tandem.
And then there's
Except
Hutchinson.
and then you
No,
got
then there's Riddick. We
and
do
then there's
not want to see
Hutchinson.
Hutchinson.
Don't forget about the brick wall.
Hutchinson should be exiled.
Your brick wall. I'm the brick wall set at 8 set of Marty Drucker 57 saves. So brick wall.
Bro, Harmon, your boy, the brick wall. He's going
Yo, bro,
off.
I'm telling you, underrated, bro, underrated.
Wait, Jiskaran, what was your pick again? Sorry, I missed the games. You said Wild and what?
Muy in 7.
In 7. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep track of these, so I can go after.
I'm gonna be totally wrong. I'm so ready to be wrong
No,
on that
I
one.
could see the Wild winning that. They've been crazy this year. Okay, Nadim, we're moving on to the North Division. The
Let's
Woodgie
do it.
versus the EOI.
Oh boy. So, I think this one is actually really close. Like, I saw some people talking about how like maybe the Leafs want to play Winnipeg going into the playoffs because they've been struggling lately. But I really think that Winnipeg is like one of the best teams in the North. I think they might be better than Edmonton. Um, I think they're deeper than Edmonton, and Hellebuck is, he's a goalie that has series stealing potential. Um, I am gonna take Edmonton in this one, but I'm gonna take Edmonton in 7 games, and I'm literally just picking Edmonton because of McDavid. I think he's just been too good this year to the point where he can win a series by himself, at least in the first round. But I do think it's going to be close.
So wait, Oilers in how many games? Sorry,
Oilers in 7.
Oilers in 7. Okay.
Yeah.
You think McDavid is gonna put up 100 points in 7 games?
I mean, at least 100, probably more like 150.
If he doesn't do 100, it's a disappointment.
Bro, facts.
Tanigan, what do you
Oh,
think?
Yeah. Okay. I'll do my turn. Go.
I just want to say, like, even if Edmonton or McDavid puts up 100 points in 7 games, Edmonton will still find a way to disappoint McDavid. Watch.
So you're calling
But,
Jets?
Nah. Like,
Dude,
I have
you can't
Edmonton
say that
in
and then
7.
not call the Jets. Like you're like they're
Yeah,
gonna
but-
disappoint, and then you're like, no, but the Oilers will win.
All right, here's the thing, right? When I was making my NHL bracket, I put Edmonton in 7 because of the fact that Ehlers wasn't going to play. But now I see on Twitter that Ehlers is in practice. He looks good to go. So,
Are
I'm
you
not
talking
sure.
about noted goon enforcer Nikolai Ehlers?
Oh yeah, the 6 foot, what is he, 5'9" or that goon?
Yeah, he's a goon, man. He's fighting 44-year-old men on the ice. It's crazy.
Oh god. But yeah, I have Edmonton in 7. Honestly, it's gonna be so close. I think this is gonna be one of the best series in the first round. And yeah,
All right, just Karin, what's your pick for this one?
Okay. Before I make my pick, I just wanna play a game with you guys, just for a second. So listen, McDavid had 104 points in 56 games. Drysdale had 84. Who's the next highest forward that had on the points?
Nuge.
With how much points?
I think it was like 33 or 34, something like that.
What about you guys? What are the rest of you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Nugent Hopkins as well with like low 30s because I know he was injured for a bit too.
what did Tyson Berry have? Wasn't he like somewhere close too?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about next.
Yo, Tyson Berry, I think 30. What is it? 36 points.
Tyson Berry is the GOAT.
Okay, who else? Who else? Harmon and who is?
Tyson Berry is the GOAT of third highest scoring players on his team.
Bro,
It doesn't
Tyson
matter.
Berry, Norris
scored the
candidate.
goal.
Undisputed GOAT.
What's your prediction,
I
guys?
say Tyson Berry 35 points.
No, not forward,
What?
not defensive forward. Next highest forward.
Oh, okay. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, 30, 35.
Okay, you got it right.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, but you listen. Your top two forwards have most of your points. They're a really top heavy team, and like 52, like Jan Mortis 21 points in 52 games. Like that's not enough. Look at the depth. No one only only but like three forwards have about four forwards. I mean, sorry, five forwards have about 20 points. Justin just drop off big time, and like that's really concerning because you need depth in the playoffs. So you can't just rely on McDavid and Drysdale, and that one line that has that does everything right. But the thing is, when you have a guy like McDavid, it doesn't matter who it is, like, who's defending him and whatnot, right? He is Connor McDavid. He was
I don't
Pittsburgh
know,
defense.
man. Justin Hall is a McDavid killer.
Let's calm down on that poor bit. He hasn't burst when he's like this. Um, yeah, but like I'm not saying Justin Hall's a bad defense. I'm just saying he hasn't burst when you're on your highest peak, right? But like, right? But like, I'm gonna have to say Oilers in six, just because of the horrible defense that, not the horrible defense, but the bad defense that Winnipeg just had. Morrissey and it just drops off. Morrissey, then you have Pionk, then you have Forber, and you have Ben, and then you have, I don't know who the hell is even there anymore, but like, yeah, Oilers in six, and like, have you even Steve Young pointed out, Shifley and Wheeler do not back check. And that's gonna be concerning to say the least. If they get matched up with McDavid, you gotta have to get back check. You can't just guide back checking, straight back check. That's what you have to do against McDavid.
I
And it
mean,
has to be
McDavid doesn't back
full.
check either, though.
Yeah, but the thing is, he provides the points. What does Shifley and Wheeler do? It's the same thing, right? You're talking about 100-point McDavid with versus what, like a 50-point Shifley, or like a 40-point Shifley.
Yeah.
Like, McDavid can get away with gliding, but Shifley and Wheeler can't because they have to defend them. And what Steve Dangle and them were saying, where put Pierre Luc the ball on him, he perfectly shut down Matthews last year, but Matthews had no help with anything
I
else,
don't,
right? But
that's true, but
that's,
to be fair, Pierre Luc Dubois was a lot different in the playoffs versus like the regular season this year. He was
yeah, I
scary in the
know.
playoffs last year, man. He was
Yeah, that's
scary.
what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, you have to have a shutdown for. You can put Adam Lowry on. That's what Adam Lowry, Mason Apple, Andrew Kopp.
Isn't
That's a really
Lowry
good.
still injured?
No, Larry
He was
came back. He came back. He
he
came back.
came
He was
back.
the lead.
Okay.
He was there last game. So
Oh,
Larry
I
up.
honestly didn't even watch the last game, man. It was such a throwaway. I was like, there's no point.
Yeah, I know. Larry, Appleton, and Cobb can defend that, but they're gonna have to. But they're slower guys, so they're gonna have to come back a bit and drop to the blue line and try to defend the blue line as much as hard as possible, and make him rush it up the ice. Like, he can't turn the puck over against McDavid. He has to go end to end to like score, and that's what the and that's we go back to 3 games against Leafs. That's what Leafs did so well. He didn't turn the puck over. They got the puck in deep, and they make McDavid go end to end and try scoring on them. That's what you gotta have to do against McDavid and Draisaitl in order to win. But I got orders in six because of McDavid and Draisaitl.
Oilers in 6, right? Okay. Harman, what's your pick? You gonna go for 100-point man as well? You gonna go for the Edmonton Connor
Bro,
McDavid's?
bro, obviously, man, come on. Edmonton, McDavid, and Draisaitl, like those two are gonna be deadly in the playoffs. Like, I don't think no one has like no goalie is gonna be able to stop that. Maybe Connor Hellebuck, I don't know, cause he's just like he's just a beast. Like we've been seeing it, with the Leaf matchups. Like he's a scary goalie and he can shut you down. You know, even like your top players. So it's gonna come. It's gonna be like a very close series. So it's gonna go right down to the wire, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna say Edmonton in seven, just because like the goaltending Winnipeg has like the firepower up front as well, with their forwards, and they have like a gritty team as well. So like you never know what's gonna happen, and yeah, I'm gonna say Edmonton in seven.
Man, we have a lot of unanimous choices right now. It's crazy. I'm going for the McDavid's in 5. Um, I don't. I just think Winnipeg is broken, man. they're broken. Their leadership's broken. Their coaching's broken. Their defense is broken. Hellebuck has not looked good this year. Um, I don't know. Like, I just don't think they have it in them. I think maybe they can steal a game, but I think McDavid and Draisaitl are gonna steamroll over them, and then they're gonna lose in the second round to the next series winner that we're about to talk about. The one we've been waiting for the whole time. The TMAs versus the Macaws.
The macaws.
What is the hawk
All
now?
right,
The
the
macaws?
macaws. So I gotta pick the Leafs on this one, of course.
Surprise,
I'm
surprise.
I'm taking Toronto in 6. Um, I think the Leafs are clearly better than Montreal. I do think that Montreal will probably manage to win a game here or there, or the Leafs just might have one really shitty game because it's the Leafs. So that's why I picked 6 games. But the Leafs have clearly been better all season. Won most of our games against Montreal. I think we're the better team. My only real concern is the power play. Um, but I don't think that I think we can still beat Montreal even if the power play isn't really firing. But we will need the power play if we want to go any deeper in the playoffs. If we manage to beat Montreal. So Toronto in 6 is the pick.
Okay, Demigan.
I feel like Jaskran's gonna hate me for this, for jinxing it like this, but I have Leafs in 4. Easy sweep. If you
Okay,
look at
there's the
the,
hot take I was looking for.
The Habs fans
it's
are
not
not
really a
gonna
hot
be
take, to be
happy.
honest. Yo, what are Hat fans doing
Sheesh.
listening to our podcast?
Yeah. Buddy, I want to see if you're still this confident after the game on Thursday.
Dude, look at our
He will
record in the
not
regular
be.
season against them. 7-2 or 7-2 against Montreal. Like that's easy. And also, if Weber does come back, I think like it's not going to be easy 4 games, but it's still going to be 4 games.
Weber's dealing with like a wrist or hand injury, right?
Yeah, but I think their coach said they're confident he's going to be back.
Man, I just I feel like him and Sherratt are so annoying, but I think they'll be fine. Okay, just Karin, you want to give your reason for not giving the prediction on this one?
I'm superstitious, so I'm just gonna stay out of this one. That's the only reason why.
Okay,
I tried in previous years, and I don't want anything. So
let, let, let's hope
I'm
it
just
works
gonna
out
name.
then. Let's hope it works out then this year. Harmon, well, how many games do you have the Leafs winning in? Because we know you're picking the Leafs, buddy.
Bro, yeah, that's pretty obvious, Leafs. Uh, I'm gonna say Leafs in 6. Just for two main reasons. So if Montreal, if Carey Price, goes full brick wall mode, then Leafs are in trouble. That's what like one of my concerns. And then the second is
If Price plays like brick wall, that's so funny. Oh my god,
Yeah, there's no way Price can play as well as Joseph Wall. Let's be serious here,
bro!
guys. Come
Price
on.
Price just watches Joseph Wall play and he takes
He watches
notes.
his
He
tape.
takes notes.
oh no
Price's video sessions are
That
just
that's why
watching
we don't play
Joseph
him.
Wall in the NHL.
He modeled his game
the
after Wall, bro. He changed his whole career to play like him.
the master is learning from the apprentice. um, yeah, and then the second reason is gonna be the Leafs power play, as it was mentioned earlier. They have to be good, like they haven't been really good this season, and like this is a time where like you can't just give away games, and like the power play is like the big part. If you get like a power play in the playoffs, you need to score like most of the time, or else like you're just giving away your a crucial opportunity to like to win the game like potentially. So those are my two reasons, and Leafs in six.
Okay, yeah. So I got Montreal in four, actually. I think the Habs are a stud this year. Powerhouse. They're a juggernaut, as Chris Johnson would say.
Whoa, 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 yo, kick this man off the podcast.
Bro, I'm just doing what Chris Johnson said when he called the Leafs a juggernaut, you know? So I'm calling Montreal a juggernaut to hopefully get a reverse jinx. But no, no. Of course, I got the Leafs in six as well. I think same thing as Nadim and Harmon. I'm not as confident as the Negan, but I'm still confident they'll win it this year.
Boo.
The Negan just wants the hot takes. All right, Leafs in three, bro. They're gonna win in 3 games. How about that?
Yeah, Montreal's just gonna surrender after three. Like,
Yeah,
please,
like
no
they're just gonna
more.
throw the
Yeah, we
towel in.
quit.
We're done. We're done for the year.
How many goals do you think Toronto would have to put up in Game Three for Montreal to surrender?
Like
I don't
Matthew's gonna
think
put
they'll
up four,
surrender.
bro. Matthew's gonna score four, and Carey Price is gonna be like, "I'm done."
I just quit. I'm retiring.
Well, by the
Yeah,
way, guys. By the way, guys. Max Pacioretty is out for today's game against the Wild.
really. So Jaskarn had insider knowledge. That's why he picked the Wild to win.
100%.
I had the information
Carey
before making the pick.
Carey Price is gonna rage quit and just throw his freaking hockey stick across the ice. Cheesed.
Wouldn't surprise me that much, to be honest.
But yeah, so I got the Leafs in six. I think the Leafs. It's been said before. We've said it in all of our podcasts. We've said it in all of our plan the parade segments. The Leafs are built different this year. I've never seen a team like this in Toronto. So hopefully that means playoff success. But you never know, man. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like anything can happen. This team's cursed, and
That's
hopefully
why I
this is
don't
the
make my
year.
pick.
Hopefully this is the year the curse is lifted. You know, this is the best
Yeah, I mean,
chance.
let's be real. If any team was going to lose in three, it would probably be the Leafs, just because, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fact.
everything and everyone hates us, you know?
Would
Yes.
you guys say if the Leafs do lose this year, this is the this is probably the biggest upset? Like not like upset in the league, but
Yeah, I was thinking
I
about
think
that,
I
actually.
like
yeah.
you know
I
like the
would agree
past
with
four
that.
years we lost to
This is the
Washington,
first
we lost to
time.
Boston twice,
Yeah.
and even the Columbus series was weird
I
because of the
think
bubble. But I feel
This
like
is the
this is the
first
first
time we're,
time the
like,
Leafs should
actually the
win.
favorites in
Yeah,
the playoff
exactly.
series.
I
Like,
think yeah.
we weren't supposed to beat Washington. Boston series were, like, close, obviously, but I think, Boston was definitely, like, the better team, the more mature team kind of thing. And then Columbus, I think that was like kind of an even matchup. You saw what they did to Tampa the year before, so like nobody was expecting that to be easy. But I think this is the first series where like we're actually the clear cut favorites, and because of that, I think if we lose this one, it would be the worst loss out of all of them.
Yeah, like I think I would
And
like
dude, it's
actually be
Montreal.
mad.
And
I
it's
And it's
Montreal. Like
Montreal,
we will never
exactly.
live
Yeah.
this down. We'll probably never have this playoff matchup again for another like 50 or 60 years, however long it's been.
Dude, I'm deleting
So
the
we're gonna
Twitter
have to
app
live with
if we
this.
lose to Montreal. If we lose
I
to Montreal,
think
the
Bro, I'm
Twitter app
deleting the
is
Everyone
like
go
podcast.
hiding.
the whole
I
podcast.
think we might
I
have to end the podcast if we
We
lose.
Boys,
we just changed it to the
delete
McCall
everything.
podcast. Plan the
yeah. I
McCall
think
parades.
to be honest, I think if they lose this year, it's game over for the score. The score is cursed. They're not gonna win anything. It's just here to get by the first round. Or they're screwed. They're gonna have to tear down everything. To be honest, I think that's the thinking behind it. Because if they don't get by the first round, like, then what is this core? Like, what are they supposed to do? This management could put on everything for them. Like they brought in better leadership now. They brought in the surrounding part. They brought in defense. Like what they brought in the goaltender. Like what is it supposed to do now? Like you gotta have to like recoup assets for what you got, what you have. I think
But
the
that's
one
where I'm
great
like, I agree
yeah
with you. Like, I think if we
the one
lost in this round, we would have to like make some significant changes to the team. But that's where I'm like, what are those changes going to be? Like, to
I
me, this
think
team top to bottom is like very solid,
yeah
And so
I
I'm like,
think I
where would we even be upgrading, and who would we be moving out to
I
try and
think
get better? Because I don't
to be
think
honest to be
there's an
honest
easy
to
way
be,
to do that.
yeah to be honest I suggest shipping Riley out this off season and getting the Anchova contract back.
Yeah,
It's a
I think
hot
I
take,
agree with that, man.
but
No,
like
I
I think
agree.
I yeah
I
I
think
think I
Riley
think
is the guy that has to move.
Yeah, I think White has to move. You sign Dougie Hamilton in the offseason. You do more than Hamilton, landing Brody, and do Dermot Lilligren. Or whoever you lose, you Dermot. You get someone who plays left D or something, and then yeah, that's my defense line for next year. If we have the cap space and Hamilton, you make sure Kerfoot goes to Seattle, and then you put Hall wherever you want. That's the option, right? So that's what I have for next
Yeah,
the
we should get
offseason.
Okay.
Eichel from Buffalo.
Jack Eichel on the second line
Yeah,
Bro, Jack Eichel to Toronto,
for
bro.
Jack Eichel
Second
for a third
second
round
line
pick.
center.
We could probably get him for
Second line
third,
center,
right?
and then
for
you
like
move.
Riley, and it would have to be like Riley, Nylander, and picks and prospects. Like
I don't know, man. Taylor Hall for a
it would have
second.
to.
Maybe it's Eichel
And
for a
Okay,
yo
but
yo
third.
this
yo
is
yo yo.
Jack Eichel we're
Oh,
talking
Jack
about. Like,
Eichel. Are we gonna get into Jack Eichel this episode or next episode?
No,
Cause
no, no.
Jack Eichel
Let's
is
save
big
that for
for
later.
yeah.
no,
Let's.
we're just talking about how Dubas is gonna get him to Toronto.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're relating Eichel to the Leafs. That's what we're doing.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Let's see.
Well, we gotta wrap up soon, but let's just quickly talk about the lineup. So I think the lineups came out today in practice what they're going with.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
What do you guys
I'll
think
read it
of
out to you
Riley
guys.
Nash starting?
Yeah. So
I think
I
it's
think
pretty
it's
good.
Mikheyev, Nash, and Kerfoot third line.
Yeah,
So I'll tell you guys lines. They're Hyman, Matthews, Marner, the first line.
Yeah,
Felina,
that line's
Tavares,
set. Like
Nylander. Yeah, Felina, Tavares, Nylander, and you got Kerfoot, Nash, Mikhaev, and then you got this divided leadership with Spezza, Simmons, and Thorne on the fourth line, and then you got Brody, O'Reilly, Mullin, Hall as a shutdown pairing, and then you got Sandy, Dermott, yeah, Sandy, Dermott, and then you got
Campbell's
Campbell and
confirmed. Yeah.
Anderson. Campbell and
Yeah.
Anderson. Campbell's confirmed
So
for
I
game
think
one.
I think everything's pretty like consistent, but that third line is interesting. What do you guys think about
Yeah.
Nash? I think Dim just asked as well, but I
yeah.
like
Nash.
I don't know.
I
Like
have
we've
my
never
opinions
really
on
seen
this.
him play on the
Yeah,
Leafs,
to be
right? I
honest,
mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
it's weird having him in the starting lineup when he hasn't played a game for us, and you've had like people like Engvall and Galchenyuk, you're sitting them in favor of Nash. But I don't know. Like he's clearly a good player. He's great at faceoffs and he's good on the penalty kill. So I think those are the factors that kind of put him over the edge. Um, I feel like he would be more useful in a series against like Edmonton or Winnipeg or something where like there's more high powered offense on the other side. Um, but I have no idea. I'm excited to see how he plays, and I think it's okay putting him in game one because we have lots of options to sub him out if he doesn't work out or if he's like clearly not ready.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have him too in like game one because we have home ice advantage, right? So Keith will get his matchups and he can kind of see if like I feel like if the matchup game doesn't work in game one at home, like and he kind of realizes like we don't need Nash in a matchup role against the Habs, then he knows that when we have to go play in Montreal and Keith is not going to get his matchups every single time, he doesn't need to put in Nash. But one thing I don't like the idea of throwing out someone like Engvall or Brooks or even like Galchenyuk, who've been around on this team the whole year. They've busted their asses off to put the Leafs in the position they're in, and they're told they have to be scratched for this new guy we traded for who hasn't even played the
Yeah.
game. I don't
So
like
I
that. It
see
doesn't sit
that,
well with
but
me.
I'm also at the same time I'm like they've been good, but they haven't been game changing. Like they haven't been fantastic. You know what I mean?
I
Like
Yeah.
I
So
think clearly like if they had shown what Keefe was looking for, I think Keefe would have kept one or more of them in the lineup. But I think it's fair to give Nash an opportunity and then kind of decide once you've seen everybody play.
even I think Dubas pointed this out in the presser at the trade deadline and the post trade deadline. They wanted they wanted sorry, they wanted Nash for the right-handed center position, so right-handed to face-off winner, right? So even Keith and him discussed that in the off season where they were supposed to get, I think it was Mikael Granlund. I think he shoots, right, so you're supposed to get him for a third line center or like at least a third line option center, or like what do you want to call it? But that didn't work out, so they got Rodney Nash instead for the third line center position. So you can have like if, for example, like remember Deno has the game in Montreal. I keep on going back to this, but this is the the commentator pointed out that Matthews taking his face off on his offhand, right? And he lost it. Go back to point, goes to front net to no score. Imagine if Ryan Nash was there, he had a strong side, right? So that's where you come up with, Ryan Nash, the defensive like responsible forward who can hopefully win some face-offs and be a consistent like matchup thing where you can get towards and like up against the third or fourth line of the other teams, right? And hopefully they can let it up instead of like Ryan Nash against the first line and the second line of the other team. So that's where it comes in for me. Like I don't really care if Galchenyuk or Engvall scratched. They haven't been producing as much. Engvall's been producing good lately, but I think that's with him getting more pressure on him, and that's what he needs more of, just to push him more and more and more. Cause he remember when he was a consistent basis on lineup, he wouldn't do anything, and now it keeps challenging him to like just hustle your ass out, body check. Cause when he was a consistent basis, he would never finish his checks. Let's be honest, he never finished his checks. But the thing is, if he starts producing and like if he starts like going on his game and stuff, and like if he's on his game, then he can score. But Engvall has been like, and Galchenyuk's been, and the first. I'm intrigued to see what Nash brings into the lineup. To be honest, that's and if it doesn't work out game one, then you sub him off for Engvall or like Galchenyuk.
In
You put
the
Kerfoot.
Vegas and Minnesota game right now, the shots are currently 23-5 for Vegas, and the shot attempts are 44-10 for Vegas.
What's the score?
But what's the score?
0-0.
Kaprizov's gonna come clutch.
Who said Vegas's goaltending would be the difference again? It was me and somebody else.
I told you, movie and seven.
It's me and you. It's me and you who said that.
So yeah,
Yeah, but
should be interesting.
for the Montreal series though, like I don't want to be a cocky prick, but honestly, I think Keith's just trying out different things right now, like experimenting, because that series doesn't mean much.
I mean, that series means everything.
Did he
Let's
get
be real. It
All
means
the confidence in the world right
If
now.
they lose, then
All
what
the
happens?
confidence.
All the
Yeah, yo.
I don't want to talk to you while they're playing because I feel like you're just
Jaskan's gonna blame
It's
you.
too confident.
So you better just lay back.
All the-
lay off,
you better-
I'm trying to be the opposite
I
of
know
Jasper.
you
right
wanted
now.
it onto the
I'm
podcast for a few
pessimistic.
weeks,
I know.
buddy.
I've seen these fucking do some next shit whenever it comes to like these.
Oh my god.
And you
Oh
know
boy.
that.
Okay. Let's see how Thursday goes, guys.
I'm pessimistic.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sneakin, but I'm just pessimistic. Get optimistic. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, it's good to have two guys on the opposite ends of the spectrum. You know what I
I'm
mean?
pessimistic. Keep optimistic.
And then we got me,
Jaskan's
Nib, and Harmon
the-
all saying in 6.
Yeah.
Jaskan's the type of
The
guy to
reasonable
be so
people.
superstitious on like during game day. He probably doesn't even like I don't even know like drink water. Probably look at his phone during the game. or
Nah,
something.
what the fuck? I'm not
Just
gonna lie.
Karan gets-
I'm not
Just
not
Karan
gonna lie, I do
tapes
have
his
to
own
listen,
hockey stick on game day.
Nah, I
You
know.
know?
I know. I do have to listen. I'm not gonna lie. I do have
Okay,
to
guys.
listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's save this banter for Thursday.
Oh, you guys want to see the power play lines? So power play lines.
I want. Okay. Go ahead, quickly.
Okay, so they split up the two lines. So Sandine as at the point in the power play with Matthews, Marner, Thorne in the slot, and Hyman up front. Hyman in front of the net, and then they have Riley, Nyland, Tavares. Wait, I think it's Tavares on the left, Nyland in the center, Spezza on the wing, I think, and Simmons in front of the net. So that's the power play line. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like them splitting up the power plays because clearly it wasn't working. Really, like this whole week leading up to the series, they should just be practicing the power play.
They should be, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I think Keith
We'll see. I'm sure Keith has a couple of tricks up his sleeve he'll pull out for playoff time, but
Yeah, at least we know he'll make adjustments in the game if things aren't working, unlike Mr. Babcock there.
no man, he's gonna put out Joe Thornton for the final 5
With
minutes.
that, Hyman can't put any weight on his foot. Yeah, let's put him out on the penalty kill with the game clock. That sounds like a great idea.
And then he claps in the back of the net. And he can't get up, and he's barely getting up, and he just put him out there again and again and again, which makes no sense.
Love that.
Love that. Just love it.
All
Just
right,
absolutely
boys.
love it.
We gotta wrap it up here.
You have to
We
do
could be
that.
going on this for a while, but let's save a lot of this talk for after the Leafs get
Game
their
one.
first of four wins on Thursday.
Chill.
As the Negan said,
or
first of
or
four
first of four
straight.
losses. You know, could be either way.
Chill. You never know, man. You never know. Chill.
Leafs in
I'll be
3.
pessimistic.
Go Leafs, go.
Chill.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday after the game. Thanks, everyone.